Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the mushroom house behind me, and this mushroom house is inspired off the one from the Minecraft movie. Before we get to building it though, you're going to need the resources for it. You're going to need a lot of mushroom blocks and some spruce wood, and I'll leave a material list on screen right now. To get your hands on the Lightmatica file for this build, you're going to want to join the Afterlife Discord, which I'm going to link down in the description of this video, so be sure to join in. And once you join in, be sure to stop by the general chat and say hello, and then say that Blondskunk sent you. Then make your way on over to the MC Screenshots channel, where you can find the download for this build right here. If this channel gets cluttered, head on up to pinned messages, and it'll be right here in the pinned messages ready for you to download. If you'd like a full tour of this house, you can check out my other video, which I'm also going to link in the description and put a card on screen for you guys to be able to check that out and the full tour of this mushroom house. But without further ado, let's get to building this mushroom house. All right, so now we're in my tutorial world where I have all my different mushroom houses from the previous year. Actually, where I actually built this one. First built it in this world first, and built it alongside all these different mushroom houses here, which you could see in my mushroom house playlists for all my mushroom house tutorials. So I'd be sure to go check that out. I'll link that in the description and also pop it on the cards on screen if you want to check it out. But without further ado, let's get to building this. So highly recommend you guys check out Lightmatica. It's a very helpful mod. I'll be using it today and kind of walking you guys through how I use it. And if you don't want to use it, well, I'll be building along with Lightmatica and kind of doing block by block placements here, and trying to describe every little bit of how to build this build. So make sure you got all your resources collected. Also make sure to clear out all the red blocks in the area. And you're going to want to use a water bucket for any grass. I just recommend getting rid of all the red blocks. You don't have to do this if you know the blocks aren't going to interfere with the actual build, because the actual base of the build is not too wide, and it actually, you could place the grass around afterwards, whatever you'd like. Just clear a space, a nice little flat area that you can fit the build on, and yeah, go from there. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use what I do. My keybinds for Lightmatica at least are I press M and then page down, and I do that until I hit single layer mode. You can also do page up as well on your keyboard. So that is M and page down to get to the single layer mode. Now you might not see your layer at first, and that's okay, because what you're going to do is just hit page up until, or page down, because you might be on a lower Y level. So you want to hit page up until you get to, until you see your schematic really. And we're going to keep going, and I can look at my Y level here. So if I stand on the ground actually, I can see it's Y level 64, and I can see once I get to 64, there we go. Now my schematic is here, but you can see in the ground there's also some red blocks as well. So I may want to check this out and just see what do I need here. So I know for this layer it's simply just taking out these few blocks right here. So you can see this is all dirt. Now Lightmatica will, you'll also see that sometimes it's just a little bit more, so your best bet is probably just to take out all the red blocks. Now when you have a build on top of it, it's going to turn the grass into dirt, so that may just be dirt, but it's always good to just kind of clear it out and just see like what blocks you need. It's always a good thing to do. Now you can see I need all this spruce wood here, and I'm going to place it in this 5x5 square. Just like so. So you can see it looks like a little player head right here, and it's a 5x5 spruce plank square with spruce planks just kind of sticking out at the bottom there. Now if I go ahead and hit page up, you can see it brings up the next layer of what I want to build. Now if this is confusing to you, there are all great tutorials out there for Lightmatica. I highly recommend you check out the mod once again and give it a shot, because everybody uses it. Every content creator uses it, and it's very, very helpful in getting schematics and all sorts of builds and all that good stuff. So be sure to use that. So first off, we're going to start off with our two stripped spruce logs in the front here. We're going to pop a couple of signs on those, just kind of in the front. And then on either side of those, we're going to pop some coarse dirt right there. And then on front of those, we're going to add in some pale oak trapdoors. You can use any trapdoors. I just remember from the actual mushroom house in the movie, they used like this white vase, which we don't have in Minecraft. So I figured this was the second best option. Now, we got a kind of a weird shape here with some mushroom blocks. So we're going to start off from our spruce logs here, and we're just going to kind of build off with our mushroom blocks. Now, be careful with mushroom blocks. If you place them wrong, what's going to happen is you're going to reveal a surface. So if I just do it over here real quick, if I placed it wrong, you can see now it's going to reveal a different texture because it was trying to connect to the other block. So make sure you place these kind of right when we're placing them. And kind of branching off from our spruce log starting point, we're going to kind of build around the 5x5 spruce planks, just like this, just kind of placing them all around and kind of outlining that square that we had from earlier. And you're going to want to go ahead. Now, you don't necessarily, you could probably break these walls down and you could place like chests and stuff in here. I just did this because I didn't feel like doing an interior, and this is really just for our ladder that's going to go up to the cap of the mushroom. But right here, what we're going to do is we're just going to place some torches in. That way monsters don't spawn. Just kind of place some in, and so you don't get any spawning going on in your mushroom. Now, if I go ahead and I do up one or page up on my keyboard, you can see now we got the next layer. So it's just as simple as that. Page up and just build the next layer. As long as you got all the materials collected from the material list, you should be fine. And Litematica does have a nice easy tool for you. It's called easy place mode, which you can just like speed run and place the builds or place the blocks really quick if you have all the blocks in your inventory, of course. So yeah, there you go. Now the blocks are going to show up like yellow real quick. That's because the top texture from the bottom is different. Now that'll change as we go up, of course. You can see the blocks here on the bottom are no longer yellow because the texture is updating. So it's seeing that as a different block because the mushroom blocks changed. So it's not wrong, but you're probably going to get that in your schematic if you're using Litematica. So just kind of following along here, just kind of going around in this sort of shape. Now you're going to see there's going to be some corners missing. That is intentional because, well, it's different on each side. And of course, this is an organic kind of shape. And then in the front here, we're going to add in some spruce fences. And we're going to add in some azalea bushes as well. We're kind of building down, going back down to our first layer. I forgot to put the ladders in right here. So you want to make sure you put the ladders going up in. Okay, continuing up here, we're just going to continue kind of that U shape that we have going on. Just kind of building around, make sure we place a ladder right here as we go up. And what's great about these mushroom houses is that as you build up with the ladder, it acts as like a natural scaffolding. So you can easily get up and down if you're playing this in survival. Super, super easy. Now I'm going to wait to place this trapdoor just for a quick second because, well, I want to place the blocks on top and then place the trapdoor on the bottom side here. So I'm just going to come back to that in just a minute. All right, so kind of building around, leaving out the corners just a little bit, just to add for a little bit of shape. Still keeping with that almost like 5 block shape we got going on here. And if I keep building up, we got our next layer. Now it gets a little bit more tricky right here, but not too tricky. We just got a little implementation of some spruce. So what we're going to do is just keep building around. And this shape in the middle stays pretty consistent going all the way up, which is nice because it keeps our ladder going up as well. So make sure to do that first before anything. That way you can access the top a little bit easier. Continuing to place the mushroom blocks kind of in this shape going around. Not too hard, not too bad. Just going like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place some strip spruce logs kind of in the front here, just to act as a little bit of an awning. Spruce slabs. And then signs on either side of that, just like so. Now we're going to do page down on our keyboard, if you're using Litematica, of course. And we're just going to place that under trapdoor, just like so. This is really coming along. I'm really liking this so far. This is looking good. All right, so kind of paging up a little bit more to get to our next layer here. Now you're going to see there's going to be a little bit of extra blocks, and that is intentional because we're going to be building on top of those. Be sure to place those in. So here we go. We're just going to place in that U shape once again, or O shape, whatever you would call it. Kind of building around. Make sure to place your ladder first so you can get up. And then right here, we got a spruce stair. Now this spruce stair, we're just going to kind of come underneath. Place it kind of upside down, just like that. That is on purpose. That's for the little bit of a roof lip that's going to be on the interior. Coming over to our left side of the build here, just kind of building down, just like so. Now, of course, if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video. You don't need to rush. Now, what I recommend here for this corner block, since there's no blocks underneath, place a block here and then place your mushroom block. That way, if the textures get messed up, you're doing it on the inside and you're not going to see the inside. Same thing for this corner. Well, actually, no, we can just place a block here because we need one anyway. Place that block, and then we can build down just like this. Boom. If any textures are going to get messed up, make sure to do it on the inside. But yes, if I'm going too fast at all, you can always pause. And YouTube also has an option to where you can slow down the video. And then you can also mute the audio if I am confusing you in any way and you just kind of want to build in kind of a silent mode. I know some people prefer that as well. So whatever you prefer, there's a lot of customization that YouTube allows for that on its own. But we're going to continue on up here with our next layer. Placing a block right above the door, just like so. And we're going to go like this on either side. 5 blocks in total. And then continuing with that shape, that U shape kind of coming around. And what we're going to do a little bit differently here is just add a block right in here with our ladder, just like that. Now it kind of closes this up. This is starting to close up a little bit more now. And we can place the blocks on the interior now. Just like so. Now, if you don't feel like using mushroom stem, because it is a little bit tedious to get, I know that you need silk touch and all sorts of things. You can also use like quartz, you can use calcite, you can use any of those blocks. You don't actually need stairs or slabs for the base of this mushroom. In certain mushrooms, I have done that in the past. So, you know, be sure, you know, if you're doing it, you don't actually need, stairs or slabs for those blocks. So you can just do it with, you know, any block of your choosing. So kind of building on up here, and you're going to notice in the schematic, if you're using Lightmatica, that there's going to be some blocks on the outer edge. We're going to do those later because they're going to be a little bit tricky to place right now because the lanterns can't hang on their own. So right here, we got a nice basic circle shape. So 3 blocks in the front here. And we're going to just continue that basic circle shape, just going all the way around. Nothing too bad here. Place your ladder in so you can get up and keep getting up and down. If you don't have elytras or scaffolding on hand, you can use this very convenient ladder in the middle. Building on up here, again, you're going to notice blocks on the outside. That's okay. We'll come back to that later. Just kind of building around here in this sort of shape. Just kind of adding a little bit of kind of some diversity in here with our circle shape, leaving out some of the corners. That's about it. We're basically just continuing the same shape and also make sure to extend that ladder up. Changing up once again, you're going to see some other blocks, some new blocks coming in. Don't worry about that. We'll come back to it later. So kind of placing in here. Again, this is, this kind of shape. It's sort of keeping that sort of circle shape, but not really. Just kind of going on a little bit of a diagonal here with that circle shape. Kind of, again, adding a little bit of differentiation up in here with that circle shape, kind of breaking it up as we continue up the mushroom stem. And going around just in a nice simple outline here of a square, we're going to just kind of place that with our ladder going up. Very, very easy. Then our next one is the next platform. Aha. So now it's going to get a little bit easier to place those outer blocks that we saw hanging down earlier. So start off with this kind of shape in the middle, this square shape, right? Let's do that first. Let's get our ladder established. Then we're going to build out from the front of the mushroom. You can see this is where the door is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do that on all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm falling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. Now, This may be a little bit confusing if you're not using Lightmatica. However, what I'm going to do is we're going to just connect blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, building out that square just a little bit more. Okay. Just building out some blocks on that side. Okay, if you place them wrong like that, because we're going to have a floor up here as well. And then we're just going to do the same thing, kind of just keep building it out. Just like that. And then you're going to be left with this little corner bit here. And you're going to place one in the corner, and one right here, and one right here. Okay, we're going to do that 4 more times so you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Corner bit, right and left. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Corner, right, left. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Corner, right, left. Just like that. All right, now we're going to switch over to a different block finally. The red mushroom block. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. This is probably going to be the trickiest part of the build to understand. But we're going to start off with this layer right here. Okay? Start in your front. Always start in the front. 1 in the middle. And then 2 on each side. Just like that. Don't do these buttons just yet. We'll come back to those later. Then off to the left side of the build, we're going to go into the corner just like this. And then kind of continuing it down with another corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. In the front just like that. Feel free to pause the video at any time if this gets confusing. 1 over here. Corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're in the back of the build. Okay. 1 to that side. 1, 2, 3. Corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this side, on the right side of the build. Then off of this 5 block right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then coming back to the front, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now, before we continue up to the actual cap of the mushroom, what we're going to do is we're going to build down just like this. So we're going to do page down if you're using Lightmatica, of course. And I'm going to just place blocks like so. Yeah, in the front, we have this. It'll be off to that left side right there. Then we're going to have a chain right here. Then we're going to have a mushroom block right there. Coming over to the right side of the build, we're going to go 1, 2, right under there, just like that. Then 1, 2, 3. And then place a button right on that 1, 2, 3, just like that. Right in the middle. Then over here, I'm going to place a red mushroom block behind. Then in the back of the build, right underneath this middle of the 5 block, we're going to do 1, then 2 over. On this corner, we're going to do 1 right here. And then on this side, we're going to do a little bit of a chain. Then right here, we're going to do red mushroom blocks on this side of the build. This is the left side of the build. And then we're going to do a chain right there. All right, so there you go. Now we're established. So in the front here, we're going to continue a chain right here. Continue this chain down. Working right to left here. Now we have a red mushroom blocks kind of continuing down from our 1, 2, 3 over here on the right side. Going to the back of the build, we have a chain right here. On this chain, we're just going to continue it down just a little bit more. And this chain as well. Now, page down once again. We have a chain in the front. A lantern. A chain right here. And a chain in the back. A lantern. And another lantern. Now, right here in the front, we're going to put another lantern. Off to the side, we're going to put a chain. And then real quick, I'm going to page down right here because it's a lantern at the end. And in the back, we have a lantern, just like so. All right, there you go. So none of these chains extend more than 2 and with a lantern, okay? And you can place them in any orientation you want. If you feel a lantern is in the wrong spot, you can always change it around. All right. Now, good so far, right? I think we're doing pretty good. All right, so let's continue on up then. So I'm going to page up until I get back to this layer right here. And I'm going to continue placing buttons. You can do this randomly. This is not, there's no orientation. There's no rhyme or reason for this. If you don't like the buttons, you don't have to have them. It's all up to you. So paging up once again on our Lightmatica. We're going to continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like so in the front there. Going off to the right side here. 1, 2, 3. 1 in the front of that 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then place a button right here. Button off to the side. And button in the front. Again, these can be random. They don't have to be in my exact location. It's all up to you. Continuing this corner up like this. 1, 2. And then in the front of that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1 right there. In the back of that, 1, 2, 3. Behind that, we're going to go like this. And then right here, we're going to put a mushroom block. Now we're on the left side of the build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Coming back here a little bit, just reversing, placing a button right there and a button right there. This will be a little bit easier as you go, or you can do them afterwards and kind of feel out where the buttons should go. It's all up to you. I'm just going to connect that up. Perfect. At this time, you're more than welcome to fill in your spruce floor, just like so. Grab your spruce planks and just kind of fill in this whole area with spruce, just like so. You can fill in this whole thing. I know I got a couple holes here. I'm just following the schematic, of course. Now, right there, I left a couple spaces open for brick. This is going to be for our fireplace for the interior later on. So that is going to be 2 away from this middle trap door where our ladder is. Our ladder is coming up, and then we have a trap door. 2 blocks over to your left, brick, brick. Okay. Building up 1 more. We then have the interior to start to kind of come into play here. We're not going to worry about the interior just yet. Let's just focus on getting the mushroom cap established. So starting off here in the front, in the middle, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then placing some mushroom blocks, 1, 2 off to the side. Behind that, 1, 2, 3. Button in the front. Behind this block, 1, 2, 3, out. And then right here, we're going to place a mushroom block right there. Now, right here, we're going to be placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 in the front and a button in front of that. Now, right here, I suggest you go ahead and place in your spruce log. I know it's a little bit changing the blocks there, but go ahead and do that real quick. It'll make it easier for later. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 off of that spruce log. And then in front, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now off in the back side, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we continue out front in the back here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuing off to the left side of the build, we're going to do 1, 2 behind this, and then 1, 2, 3 out. Placing in a button in the front here. Next, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 this little 2x2 square right there. And off of that corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 in the front over here. Next, behind that last block, 1, 2, and then we place a block right here. Next, we're going to do 1, 2 with a button in the front. And then coming off of that, we have 1, 2, 3 over with a couple blocks behind there. Perfect. Now this time, we also got to place in some of our window that's going to also show in the front. I'm also going to place a button right off to the side here. And we do spruce logs, 1, 2. Then spruce planks, 1, 2, 3, just like so. Now, we'll come back to the interior later. It'll be a little bit easier and a little bit more fun to do in when we go inside. So let's just focus on the cap right at the moment. So right here, we're going to have a little bit of spruce kind of getting implemented here. So we're going to place some spruce planks on either side, just like so. Now we are in the front of the mushroom with a glass pane in the middle. Trapdoor, trapdoor, spruce logs behind that, just like so. Now, off to this right side, we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 off of that. Coming back out to this corner right here, 2 blocks off that, and then we're going to continue 5 blocks down here. Just like so, with a tail oak button in the front. Now right here, we're going to do 6 blocks in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With a spruce log right there. And then as we continue on, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Bring 1 block out. Then right here, we're going to add in a few of our mushroom blocks just in the back, like so. Okay. Now I want to return back here because I think it'll be a little bit easier to kind of work this out right now. We're going to add in the spruce plank, spruce strip log, I'm sorry. And right here, we're going to add in a spruce log just like so, kind of coming out like that. As we build up, we're going to do a spruce log and a spruce log right there. That way it's a little bit easier to play, so we can place later on. Now right here, we're going to add in a couple red mushroom blocks and just continuing them up. Then off to the side here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off to the left side, we're going to add in a little bit of a pale oak button. And right here, we're going to add in this kind of shape with our mushroom blocks, just to fill in that area. All right, so good so far. We're almost done. We're getting there. So right here, we're going to add in, again, spruce plank, strip spruce log, a little bit of a glass pane in the middle like that, and some trapdoors kind of flicked down. Continuing off to the right side here, red mushroom blocks in this orientation. Coming back and placing in some pale oak. Going off to the back side here. Off to the left side of the mushroom. And returning to the front, just like so. Now we're back in the front. We're going to place a spruce plank, and some spruce logs right there with another glass pane, spruce slabs, and some upside down spruce trapdoors spruce slab just like that, upside down spruce trapdoor, upside down slab, upside down trapdoor, just like that. Continuing on with our red mushroom blocks in this orientation. Pale oak button. Also, if I'm building too fast, be sure to pause at any time or set the speed of the video to a slower pace. Now we're going to have some implementation of some brick. I highly recommend you do this now and not later. So brick right here off of this side, just like so. Red mushroom blocks. We're also going to implement 3 brick just like that. Continuing on up, next layer, back in the front here, 3 spruce trapdoors just like so, and 3 spruce planks. Now, behind that, red mushroom blocks in this orientation. Now we're back at this area right here where we're going to have a spruce log and a brick right here. We're going to also have some red mushroom blocks then just continuing down and connecting back up to the front, just like so. Now, in the middle here, we have pale oak slabs. You can use any kind of slabs. You can use spruce, you can use oak, just kind of in this circle shape, just like so. Don't worry about the chain just yet. We'll add that in later. And right here, we're going to add in almost the top of the mushroom, kind of stepping back 2 blocks just like so, and adding in red mushroom blocks in this orientation. Building up one more layer here. Then we have red mushroom blocks in this orientation, just like so. There we go. And that's going to end off the cap of the mushroom, just like that. But then we're just going to continue up with our chimney with a brick stair, another brick, a granite, polished granite, spruce signs going all the way around the polished granite. On top of that, campfire with spruce trapdoor going all the way around. On top of the campfire, we're going to add a decorated pot, just like so. And there you go. You can now say the exterior of your mushroom house is now complete. Now on to the interior. All right, so it is a little bit of a mess up here, but we're going to fix it right up and it's going to look really homely in about 2 seconds. So here we go. First things first, let's add in a little bit of a chain just like this with a lantern hanging down to provide us a little bit of light while we work. Then in all these corners, we're going to add in some spruce stripped logs just like so, going down 4 blocks each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then right here, we're going to add in our 2 slabs just like this in each of the corners. This one is different. It has one poking out there. You don't have to have that. I think it's in the schematic, but you don't have to. I'm not going to do it because I think it was actually just a mistake. We'll leave it like that for now. And then kind of bringing our schematic down, we're going to add in a carpet right in the middle here by the trap door, just surrounding the whole whole trap door, just like that. And we're going to turn our attention to this wall over here. Now, this is the wall that's away from the window. So right here, this is the opposite side. We're going to have a couple chests on either side of the log poking out. A couple chests on top of that, with a lantern in the middle, and a bookshelf behind. Bookshelf up on top of that bookshelf, and a couple chests on either side, and a bookshelf up there, just like so. Turning ourselves to our left side here, we're going to have in a little bit of a fireplace. So bricks on either side of our bricks that are in the floor, just like this. A brick in the back. Campfire. Black stained glass. Oak log off to this side, and a campfire off to this side, unlit. So grab yourself a shovel and put that baby out. Also, my one suggestion to you guys, grab yourself a torch and then put it in the back over here, just like that. Now we're going to add in a furnace in the back. A couple bricks, just like so. A couple brick walls. And as we build up, you can see we're going to add in some more brick on top of those, what we just placed. Bricks poking out just like this, and a brick slab in the middle. On top of that, if you have it, dragon egg, any mob head, and green candles off to the side, just like this. Grab yourself a flint and steel, and boom, light those babies up. Grab yourself some paintings and some item frames, because you will need them. On the right side here, iron sword hanging upside down, and you know, another iron sword, and a painting off to this side, on that side of the fireplace. Coming down in here, we have a polished andesite, and then we have a couple spruce signs out front here. Actually, no, place yourself a cauldron, then a spruce sign going around that. You could fill it with water or not, doesn't really matter. On top of this polished andesite, place yourself a brewing stand. Right over here, cartography table. And then off to this side, we have a couple red beds with a log in the middle and oak signs, just like this. Now, you're going to need yourself a flower pot and an oxidized daisy to go in the middle, just like so. We're going to place a painting right here. We're also going to have a painting above the cartography table as well. And I do believe that is the entire interior for this mushroom house. Well, we did it. We did it. Oh my goodness. Yes, we did. You made it to the end. Let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial. I tried to keep it pretty detailed and try to provide every resource for you guys to actually build this thing. I know this has been requested on the channel to build this. And from the last video, you guys really wanted a tutorial, and hopefully I delivered on that. And hopefully it wasn't too confusing. But with that said, don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see y'all in the next one.